Yo, what is up, you guys? We're back with another Forge Master video, and in today's video, it's a pretty special one because I don't know how long this is going to be, but we're going to, as you can see by the title of the video and like the thumbnail and stuff, we're going to be talking about the substats because a lot of changes has been made, and it's pretty important to talk about. Now, I did talk about like what's been changed, but I didn't talk about like what's meta now and like what people are using and what to take advantage of. So this video is going to basically break down the best things that you can possibly use to progress the fastest regarding substats, like just substats, right? So, and if you guys don't know what substats are, if you go to Forge, or not Forge, if you go to, whoa, wait, where do you go? Oh, auto, right? If you go to auto and if you hit like the filter, if you turn that on, you can see all the substats that's available, right? So, I'm gonna just quickly do that because I am going for, like upgrades in the Forge. So, yeah, so anyway, with that being said, before I get into this video, I do want to talk about channel memberships. It's something that supports the channel a lot. As you can see, there's a lot of members-only videos and a lot of members-only first. So if you want to take advantage of getting early access to progress like faster than other people, just all of these tips and videos are basically to give you access to that. So, and it supports the channel a lot. Also, if you guys could subscribe, there's like 90-something% that's just not subscribed, which is kind of sad to say, but it's completely free and it helps the channel a lot and it supports me a lot too. So if you don't want to like become a member, then just subscribing is more than enough. And then yeah, just watching the videos all the way through. I appreciate everyone that does that. So with that being said, let's get straight into the talking about substats. So when you're first starting out, like honestly, there's a lot of like new things within the game that you got to learn. So if you're like a very new player that's watching this video, then I would consider watching my other videos first because it might give you more beneficial like advice and stuff. But when you're first starting out, there's not really a lot to talk about with substats. I would say substats gets really important once you start getting double substats, which those start at quantum gear without like prestiging or without ascending. So yeah, this video is mostly going to be talking about double substats because most people that actually watch my videos are kind of near there or like approaching that or like way past that, right? So yeah, we're going to be talking about double substats only for basically everything. Now, for pets, they provide double substats. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, like if we go to the common egg or whatever, that will give you the thing that I'm talking about, right? Like the two substats, which I don't really know if it's going to show. Yeah, it's just not going to show, but that's totally okay, right? So yeah, that's basically where this video is going to start with double substats. So what do you want to prioritize, right? Like, I mean, honestly, with the new update, like, first of all, getting these substats is very easy. If you turn on this little check mark saying continue forging when target equipment is found. What does that do? Like when you're going for like the specific subsets that you want, they will give you, or they will like filter out the ones that you want and get rid of the ones that you don't want. So it's very, very beneficial to take advantage of because you can basically sit AFK for like 5 minutes, come back to the game and see a bunch of the subsets that you want to help improve your gear. And you don't have to choose individually one at a time because that obviously sucks and no one wants to do that, right? So that's just what that means, and that's something everyone should be considering taking advantage of, right? So that's what that is. Now, if we look over to substats, right? So actually, I'm going to do it this way because I think it's a little bit better, and that way I can keep forging. So yeah, let's go here, the icon. So yeah, so pets will roll 2x unique substats from the list below. So basically, like essentially, what does this mean, right? Or what do you want to prioritize? So as you can see from the updates, the things has changed a little bit. Like I think before I made this, there wasn't even health, right? But if we notice, 12%, 12% crit chance, 80% crit damage, 5% crit or 5% block chance, 4% health regen. Keep in mind, that was a significant nerf. 20% lifesteal, 20% double chance, also a significant nerf. 15% damage, 15% melee damage, 15% range damage, 40% attack speed, 30% skill cooldown, or skill damage, 7% skill cooldown, and 15% health, right? So what does that essentially mean? Oh, and keep in mind, skill cooldown actually goes down to -1%, which is actually kind of interesting. But 7% is, wait, actually, I don't know what that means. -1%. I guess that makes it worse. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of interesting. I don't know why people, I don't even know why that's a feature. But anyway, with that being said, yeah. Best ones to use. Now, I'm going to split this up into ranged versus melee, right? Because ranged is completely different from melee, and you want to prioritize specific ones over each other. Now, the best ones that you can use for ranged is basically what I'm using right now. The crit damage, or crit chance plus crit damage, lifesteal, double chance, and attack speed. Now, here's what you need to, like, keep in mind, right? You need to prioritize this as much as possible. If you can, with the nerf, it's going to be a little bit harder, but you need to get 100% double chance. That is the most powerful substat in the game, and 100% double chance is so important. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, right? Because it's double the damage, and it's more damage than basically any other substat that you can use. So it's very, very powerful. If you can get near like 90% or more, honestly even 80% or more is pretty viable, but obviously a little bit more than 80% is like more consistent, right? So I don't know, I would say 90% or more, that's best case scenario, but it's going to take a lot of pieces to go for that. Like, for example, I have 73. Let's see, I got 15 or 16 there, 20 there, basically. Wait, where is it? 20, 20, and yeah, so that adds up to like 73. Now, ideally, I would lose some life steal to get 90% double chance. Like, I would lose, like, I don't know, 20% life steal to get 15% double chance. That's best case scenario for me, because having my attack speed above 151%, that is when the cutoff happens. So anything above 151%, you're going to need like way more attack speed for it to make a difference, right? I think it goes from like 151% to like 200%. And that's been tested by data analysis people, or like data miners and stuff. So that's confirmed. People like tested the whole thing, and 151% is the ideal cutoff. So I have 168%, which means I could probably lose like another piece for something better. Or maybe, honestly, wait, can I get rid of a pet? Okay, maybe not, but you guys get the idea, right? So now we're at 151% attack speed, 91% or 90+% double chance, 60-ish% life steal. Honestly, you can settle with 50% or 40% life steal. That's totally okay too. I have double that because that's just the piece that's been provided to me. Can't really oh wait, what am I doing? Oh, I forgot to select these. Whoops. I was like, why am I getting any pieces? Yeah, so make sure you select those. And then crit damage and crit chance is low key, like the last things you want to focus on if you don't have a good life steal, if you don't have a good double chance, and if you don't have good attack speed. But getting good ones of those should be very easy with double substats. So once you get that, then you can start going for crit chance and crit damage. Now, ideally, crit damage got a nerf, which kind of sucks. So you're not going to see like 400% crit damage anymore, or 500% crit damage. You're going to see a lot of 200s to 300s, maybe 400 if people are really prioritizing that and getting very, very lucky with their rolls, right? But this is like kind of the most average meta build that you can see, right? 50-ish% crit chance, 200 something percent crit damage. Honestly, that could be a little bit higher, but totally okay. And then lifesteal is very, very high. I want that to like be lowered just a little bit for either more crit chance damage or double chance. And then attack speed could also be lowered just a little bit too. So a lot of improvements that could be made, but it's just going to take some time, which kind of sucks. But yeah, that's just how the game works, right? That is probably the best thing you can use for range build. Now, if we look at the other range substats that you can take advantage of, like, for example, if you wanted to take advantage of range damage, you could. That's actually not too bad, but there's just other substats that would help you a lot, because I genuinely believe that getting better crit damage or crit chance is better than range damage. And if you can get lucky, then go for that. And then obviously with all of your rolls, you want to go for the highest percentages as possible. So going for these meta builds, you're going to notice you're switching up a lot of things like all together. So it's going to take a while, but with the new Forge system, it shouldn't be like the most struggling, painful thing ever, because you could sit AFK for 5 minutes and go through like 18 different items instead of one item at a time. So very, very nice that they added that. And then, yeah, you should prioritize your tech tree, your forge as much as possible to get that 18, because that's what I did for like the majority of the like mid game, early game that I've focused on. And then you can go for your skills, pets, and tech for like war and stuff, and then power, it's mounted coins and stuff, so that's very helpful too. But anyway, with that being said, that is basically all the stuff for range damage. Now, I want to talk about another build that people don't realize how viable it is, and that's a skill damaged build. Now, what does that mean, right? I would only prioritize a skill damage build is when you unlock legendaries, legendary skills. Wait, what am I doing? Legendary skills for epics, for rares, for commons, even for ultimates. I feel like only legendary builds just have that significant difference where it's just so much better to take advantage of, because most people shouldn't struggle getting legendary skills. But if you when you get legendary skills, that's when you can fully prioritize getting like way better, what's it called, like way better skill damage, and just like fully dumping all of your substats into that. And with skill damage, let's take a look. What goes well with skill damage, right? Obviously, skills cooldown, because the more skills that apply, it's just a little bit better. And with the legendary skills, it's like there's no like delay or anything, or there's no long ones over short ones. It's all like very consistent times. So if you have really good skill damage and skill cooldown, you'll notice just doing a ton of damage against enemies, and it's way better than just like your normal guys. Like you could probably see yourself doing so much more damage than other people, right? But this really only works for legendary builds. So prioritize skill damage, skill cooldown. If you can, prioritize health. Health is going to keep you alive a lot longer. Or block chance or health regen. That's going to be very helpful too. But with health regen getting a significant nerf, you're going to notice that it's not going to be as beneficial as like other substats. But that's what I would do with skill damage. That's a prioritize that build over like ranged or what's it called, over ranged or melee, if you can, right? Now the next thing I want to talk about is the melee build. Now melee builds is very like new. It's like, well, it's always been in the game, but it's like kind of cool to see how like they prioritize. Wait, let me just do all this for the points. Yeah, it's kind of cool to see like they're prioritizing other builds for like other people, right? Now, what do you want to use with melee builds? And I feel like the best way to show that is if we go to power rankings, if we go here to show number one, because this is ideally what the melee, or not this one, wait, well, what the, yeah, this one, right? Or wait, they changed a lot. Holy, okay. This is kind of funny. Does he have a, he doesn't. Okay, I don't really know what's going on, but yeah, we could take a look at Rolling Baby. So he's always been number one. He has like basically the ideal setup for basically everything, right? But yeah, with the new melee build, what you want to kind of prioritize is double chance, attack speed, and obviously melee damage, but double chance, attack speed, and lifesteal, and then just dump everything into melee damage. If you can, some block chance will help you a little bit, but don't go for health regen. Don't really prioritize block chance too much. Just go for health. Yeah, health, rather. That's what it is. Health, melee damage, attack speed, and double chance, and lifesteal. And then obviously he has 27% damage. I don't really know much about that. I would imagine getting rid of that damage for more melee damage is 10 times better. But he's doing good. Like this is kind of ideally what you want. Or you could get rid of all those damage and go for that health. Now I know Fitz, he had a really good build. Yeah, okay. Well, okay, I guess he changed it a little bit. Oh wait, I don't know why he's using commons. Maybe he's stuck at commons, I don't know. And okay, this is interesting to see. But yeah, take advantage of that, because I generally think those substats specifically are super, super beneficial. Wait, okay, let's just kind of see if I can replace anything here. No, no, no. Ooh, this is kind of cool to see. I feel like that's kind of a big difference. Yeah, so only go for the substats, because I feel like anything else is going to just screw you over. Oh, well, this is kind of interesting. No, that's not worth it. I need those. Nope. Let's see. Nope. Nope. Dang, this is kind of sad. Let's keep it going. No. Ooh, okay, interesting, but no. And, no. Okay, that's okay. Let's keep it going. And I said no to all those because it was just not worth it, right? Like, don't waste your substats just for a little bit more health and stuff, or like a little bit more damage. It's just not going to help you at all. So anyway, yeah, let's take a look at this here, whoops, here, and here. So like I said before, try to prioritize melee damage. Try to prioritize Attack speed, double chance, and lifesteal. Those three things are going to help you so much. And obviously, you want to dump a lot in melee damage. You want about 90% double chance. Try to go for 150-ish 1% or more attack speed. And then lifesteal should be around like 40-50%. Now, if you can go for other ones, you could do block chance. You could do health. I feel like health is probably the most beneficial. Or you could do like damage and stuff. But try to stay away from damage because you're using melee damage instead. So it's just really no point to do that. But yeah, that kind of sums up that. I'm gonna maybe prioritize a melee build soon. Maybe when I get to like Quantum or like Interstellar or something. I don't really know when. I'm gonna just keep upgrading Forges, see what happens. It's gonna take several days to actually get to that stuff, but we're progressing pretty quick, which is kind of nice. So we're just gonna keep going, see what happens, and try to accumulate as many resources as possible. So wait, I kind of want to see what this Interstellar piece is. Ooh, okay, that's not really good. Yeah, okay. Okay, but that pretty much sums up this video. If you guys could, please subscribe, and yeah, we're probably gonna end this video here. I do have channel memberships, so take advantage of that, but if you guys learned anything about substats, let me know, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.